So I presented this Mr. Kim's print shop to every intercultural communication class that I taught. And the results were always pretty much the same, judgmental. So first the question was given about the situation before they knew anything about the Korean culture. And then I would explain that in the Korean culture that the family and friends are, a part of their immediate relationships. And this is a culture based on relationships. This is a culture where when the family created their culture and society, they were basically all the same family. There were Kims after Kims after Kims after Kims for generation, family, all one family born within another, because that's all it was. I mean, there may have only been two people there to develop that culture. There may be only, one male and female in that country. There was nobody else to create the culture. So here's this culture being based on this version of reality that everything stays in this family. And then after there were enough generations of Kims, there started to be some generations of Lees and some generations of Chos and Hans and some other families. But all of these families, this is a very family-oriented culture where, the outsiders to this reality were invisible to them. I learned in Japan that when I'd be walking along the street and these Koreans kept bumping into me and bumping into me and almost knocking me over like they couldn't see me, I finally asked another Korean, I said, am I totally invisible to these people? And the man said, yes, you are totally invisible. We cannot see you. He said, well, I can see you, but most people can't see you because they have had no expansion of their version of reality beyond just those who are in their immediate family or friends. They can't perceive that reality. And so then I learned something very important about reality. We only perceive those things that were placed in our reality to see them. And and even after going through so many years of cultural training, trying to get people to grasp that idea, I see now in this new time of reality where we're having to grasp realities of things not seen, really not seen, because we're moving into quantum science. We're moving into listening to channeled messages come from entities that live in other star systems, who live in other galaxies, who even live on the other side of the cosmos, and we're listening to them, interacting with them. We can't see them. And there's some people who can believe that is true and realize that and become a part of it, and there are some people who cannot. They cannot see outside their little version of reality. They can't believe it. They can't perceive of it. They can't see beyond it. So that was what was so important about this Mr. Kim's print shop, is for a group of people learning about a culture that could actually not see beyond their perception of those in their cultural reality. But if an American looked at their own perception of reality, they would eventually learn that they don't see anything beyond their own cultural belief system either. They don't see it. If it's placed in front of them, they still don't see it. They can't visualize it. They can't perceive of it, because we only perceive of things that have been placed in our DNA. Our DNA is our movie making machine. It is what creates our version of reality. So we have to change our DNA before we can see a new version of reality. We're being given a new version of reality that allows the versions within each person's DNA to become the reality.